With me. First, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to provide you an overview of SanDisk, our strategy and direction for the commercial business channel. So we live in a very exciting time. It's an exciting time for the last couple of years. If you look at SanDisk, you know SanDisk a lot from a retail. But if you look at us today, and I'm going to show you the changes and the transformation that we've gone through as a company on how we play in enterprise, in cloud computing, in client-based and embedded products as we continue to grow our portfolio of products and expand our market presence. So from a standpoint of an OEM, we're in pretty much every major OEM in the market today with our products, and probably in a lot of your devices you're using them. We're in every leading smartphone and tablet manufacturer in the market today. And we're also a Fortune 500 company. The right one here. So, we live in a very exciting market today. I mean, all of us live in a very exciting market today. The growth around us, pretty much in everything we touch, everything we do, all requires some form of flash. And the markets that require the flash are all growing segments. And these are segments that SanDisk participates in today. So, for example, if you look at it, 75 billion devices are projected to be connected by the year 2020. I don't know about you, but I look at how many connected devices I have in my home, and I look at the computers, I look at the tablets, I look at the cell phones, and myself, with my family, we have about 11 devices. The great thing about when you look at a slide like this, these are all growing segments. They require storage. Flash is playing an important role as requirements. All of our requirements continue to be consumed in these environments. So I love this slide. And what this represents, when you think of SanDisk and you look at how and where we participate in the markets, we look at 4 mega markets. And SanDisk participates in each one of these 4 segments. So I'll go into the products a little bit later at a very high level, but what's exciting about this is when you look at the portfolio today, SanDisk participates in the hyperscale, in the cloud computing. From the client side of the business, your PC side of the business, we participate. And I'll give you some more examples. From the connected devices, we participate in almost every manufacturer, so for tablets, cell phones. And then the consumer side, the photography, plays a huge part also in our business. So across the board, from hyperscale all the way down through the consumer, we have a portfolio of products that participate in each one of these segments. So before I get into the discussion slide, I've got a question for you. And I'm curious, so everybody in here knows SanDisk, but if you had to guess what our revenue split is between commercial business and retail, what would you think it is? Okay, I know everybody's used to asking the questions on the other side, so let me just give an example. Most of the time when I talk with people in the market, they always believe, I should say a lot of our customers believe that our retail business is the biggest part of our business. But the real answer is 62% of the company revenue is actually commercial side of the business. The balance is retail. So if you look on the right side, you can see we've got a pretty good retail portfolio. And we continue to develop, we continue to serve the markets. What we launched a couple years ago is really the growth of our commercial business channels and our growth into multiple segments in the business channels. And that's on the right side. So when you look at the portfolio of products, from a couple of acquisitions that we've done, we've just completed the Fusion IO acquisition just a few months ago. Just about a year ago, we finished the Smart acquisition. And if you look at the line of our products, we've got the full portfolio now, all the way from the hyperscale and the high end, with our cloud speed products, our data center products, We have our software with the FlashSoft and the Zetascale. So that completes our high-end solutions, our high-end portfolio. As we go down into the midstream is really being the client-based set of products. We've got a full portfolio now of client products, both for your laptops and for desktops. And then on top of that, we have the embedded. And the embedded market really plays into the tablets, plays into the cell phones, as an example. Also, we've been investing a lot in the industrial roadmap, so automobile is also another big segment for us. So we're one of the few suppliers today in Flash who actually cover all the way from the entry level all the way up into the data centers and hyperscale. So the great thing about SanDisk is that we've been a pioneer. And as a company, we've been around for 26 years. 26 years of focusing on flash memory. That's all we do is flash. We produce 40% of the world's bits. We have over 4,900 patents within our company, which puts us in the top 5 in the world. We're focused on being a technology and a product leader. I've shown you the roadmap. We have a full solution. We're one of the few in the market again today who has the whole low end covered all the way to the high end. And pretty much everything that you do touches you in some way, whether you're going into the cloud and you're retrieving data, whether you're using your cell phone, whether you're using your tablet. So from a standpoint of an OEM, we're in pretty much every major OEM in the market today with our products. And probably in a lot of your devices you're using them. We're in every leading smartphone and tablet manufacturer in the market today. And we're also a Fortune 500 company. So what many people don't realize is SanDisk in the 26 years has been really focused on the OEM and on retail. We really entered the channel market about just over 2 years ago. We launched, in fact, January of 2013 at CES. But we built the channel, we decided on a couple markets. We know we had to go out strategically, so we focused on North America. In Europe, we focused on Germany, UK, and France initially. This is in 2013. And in Asia Pacific, Korea was one of our #1 target segments, along with Japan and China. And we focused, so we started building the infrastructure, and we started building the part of the programs that were important to our customers. We knew we had to really focus on building our processes, and processes wasn't just about how we want to work with our customers, but also our distributor partners. We know we had to go global, so we signed up a couple very large distributors, and at the same time, we really focused on working with the more I call boutique or smaller distributors within each one of these core countries. Another important part of our success in 2014 is we know we had to bring in partners, because to try to do this on our own was very difficult. So we actually 5x or about 4x the amount of partners that we had. So we have over 400 as we exited 2014. So in essence, we set ourselves up for 2015. So 2013 was the build year. 2014 was set the processes, bring in our distributors, make sure we have the right programs in place for partners. But as we go into 2015, we had to make sure on a couple fronts. We want to make sure that we have the right portfolio for our partners. We're one of the few out there today, in fact, as we speak now, that has the full portfolio or solutions that we can offer to all of our partners. Internally, everything that we're doing, we're building the processes to become customer-centric. So we're very focused on what it's going to take to be solution to our customers. How do we take care of the customer experience, and making sure that we're becoming best in class within the market. So I'm going to go just a little bit on the strategy, just to kind of talk. I've got just a few slides I want to make sure I cover for you. So as we left, when we look at 2013 to 2014, and then 2014 and 2015, we're changing our strategy a bit. When we first launched, a lot of our focus was on distribution. We were more of a push model. Today, we're more of a pull model. And we're really going to evangelize that as we move into 2015. So what does that mean? It means that a lot of our focus is on the system integrators, the VARs, and what we call some of the smaller distributors. The other part that's very important for us is understanding the ecosystem. So working with a Supermicro, a VMware, a Microsoft, understanding how do we get on the customer's approval list. So we're putting a lot of focus on our ecosystem. At the same time, we're going to continue to drive programs in through our distributors and make this whole funnel effect. So we've got basically the solutions to our customers, we've got the ecosystem covered, we've got our VARs and SIs engaged with us, and we're doing all the fulfillment through our distributors. So the key message I would give is that we're generating demand and working with the right partners. We're driving what I call predictable and measurable execution with all of our partners. We're going to drive mind share with our partners. Our goal is about 25% within each one of our distributors. And in the end, our partners, what they get is they get the full portfolio of products. They have our enterprise products, they have our embedded products, they have our client products. So they'll have access to the full portfolio for all of the partners to provide them the right solution. So on the product side, when we talk about Korea, there's really just a core set of products that we're focused on. So we've got the client-based products. The client-based products start at 128 gigabyte and go all the way up to 1 terabyte that we offer today. An example of our Cloud Speed series, I just put an example for the Cloud Speed Ultra, which is basically 3 drive writes per day. But again, we have many different variations of the Cloud Speed Ultra product. And the last one is the Optimus series. The Optimus Max is the first 4 terabyte in the market that we just recently launched. So again, the way I would like for you to think of SanDisk, when you think about the types of products, the portfolio, is that we play in everything when you're talking about the connected world. So when you're looking at the connected home, when you're looking at Internet of Things and you're retrieving data, high probability it's coming from a SanDisk product. When you're thinking about the wearables or the types of wearables, whether they're up here or on the wrist, most likely there's a high probability there's SanDisk products in there. And then when you look at the automotive market, which is changing rapidly, they require more and more storage. We're beginning to play a very large part in the industrial side within that segment as well. So across the portfolio in each one of these segments. So I want to thank you for your time. I really enjoyed it. And 감사합니다.